Happy birthday, everyone, and welcome to the Happy Birthday Podcast with your hosts, Jackie and Dan, the #1 podcast on ApplePodcast.com, dedicated to the birthdays you know and love. So without further ado, take it away, Dan.
Go shawty, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
I'm wishing you the happiest birthday.
Happy birthday. This is big. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's gross.
It's gross to do
Like,
that.
You're putting that into another person's body. It's like a rubber balloon. It's
Yeah.
not safe.
Some people would probably be very into that. I can think of a couple off the top of my head, but I won't. We can just change the subject to happy birthday.
As Jackie said, if I can paraphrase, she said, happy birthday. And
Yes.
what she means by that, so I can translate for the common people, is this is the Happy Birthday Podcast. You're listening to it. I'm your host, Dan, November 10th.
I am your host, Jacqueline, October 12th.
Now, listen, I don't want to just jump right into it, but
Okay.
and I don't I don't want to do that.
All right.
Should we do a countdown for the new year or
Oh my
Ready?
God. Happy New Year. I have not seen you guys since last year.
Shut the fuck up. That joke is so old and tired. Jackie, people haven't been making that joke since last year.
Wow.
Sorry I said the F word. Seriously though,
Yeah.
I know that it's a new year. You're thinking like, okay, it's 2023. Are there even any celebrity birthdays this year? You know what?
Right. There aren't.
Where's my buzzer? Hold on a second. Oh, here it is. Okay. No. There's at least one that I'm very aware of, and I think you'll be excited as pleased as pickled and punched to. What's the phrase? Pink as
Pickled in punch.
Pickled and punched to hear who it is, but it would take out all the fun in the foreplay if I just rammed it right at you. So
Yeah.
how about we get things greased up by just
I'll
playing a little
grease it up
guessing
with
game?
a little raw gas. Raw gas.
There's a raw gas at first.
New year, I'm getting like a 3-name vibe. I'm getting like a blank, blank, blank kind of a vibe. Maybe like a Barack Hussein Obama.
I'm not going to do the buzzer
Should call
again.
that guy Barack Insane
Yeah,
Obama.
they should have called him that because he was so crazy all the time. He was like, "You can keep your doctor." It's like, okay.
Yeah,
Jackie,
sure,
I'm not going to do
dude.
the buzzer again. Listeners, if you want to hear me make the buzzer sound again, rewind 45 seconds, whatever it is. I'm just going to tell you, you're dead wrong. I think Obama's
right.
birthday is in the summer. But we're not talking Obama. This guy probably does have 3 names. He probably has a middle name. He doesn't use it professionally. But I'm going to tell you something really interesting. You're on to something.
Okay.
Because this jolly good fellow born on this day in 1981, which makes him 42. 42 is the new 35, I think. He lived in the White House right after those Obamas got out of there.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if
Wait,
he actually
he was-
lived. He might not have lived there. He worked there. I take back some of my remarks. He probably had his own home, but he worked in the
And
White
he's
House.
how old?
43.
You said 42.
Yes.
Will you
42.
double check?
It's 42. It's 42. I got the wrong. I was thinking because this is 2023.
Well, I'm going to multiply his age by 10, and then I'm going to take a little toke.
Well, I don't know what the hell that means, but I'm going to tell you that he worked in the White House.
42 times 10?
Oh, I thought you were saying 430. They took away some of the PTO at work, but they let you have POT at work. Who in the heck could I be talking about? I think that you could probably get there pretty quick.
A 42-year-old man who worked but not lived in the White House.
He might have slept there sometimes. I just can't say if he had a bedroom there or not. I'd like to find that out.
Steve Bannon.
No, close. He probably slept like in the middle
On
of the
the floor
day in
the-
a chair.
in the Oval
I
Office.
think
Yeah.
I think I have a hint for this guy. And it's a good one.
Do you think
it's a personal one?
I would bet $100 that Steve Bannon has been woken up in a men's room stall at the White House by someone. Steve, you good? Good in there, Steve?
I'm pretty sure I met this man and he tried to have sex with me.
That really does not narrow it down for me.
It does make me think there's a story that you haven't told me that I would love to hear.
No, it's one of those I'm going to mention it. And you go, oh, yeah. But
Okay, you might be... All right, that's interesting.
Do I know this?
100% correct.
All right. Well, Jackie...
I know this guy's name for sure.
I think that you do. I really think that you do. I know that you don't watch C-SPAN every day like me and Joshua Paul do, but I think you probably know who this guy is. He's related to the Trump family, though not by blood and semen, but by holy matrimony.
Kushner.
Yeah. First name?
J-Rod, baby.
J-Rod Kushner.
Nice.
J-Rod
Paul,
Kushner.
Jared Kushner sucked your dick. Tell us about that.
No, I thought Dan was talking about a different guy who's about that age and worked in the White House. I don't want to say because I think it's one of the other. I think it's one of the other people. That's why I was so certain.
All right. Well, that'll be a wonderful story to hear in our Patreon-only Afterbirth segment. You want to hear about some sort of MAGA guy that tried to hook up with Josh.
No, maybe we recently had it. Do we recently have Cal Penn?
Oh, he didn't. Yeah, that was a while
We
back.
did recently?
Yeah, that was. Okay.
That's who I was thinking.
Never
of.
mind. There's no juicy story to be heard. We'll get to that, but we want to.
He worked in the White House. He was like
Okay.
Obama's weatherman.
Is that what they're calling
The
it?
chief weatherman.
He was his personal weatherman.
Is this
Secretary of Forecasts.
The president gets to know the forecast before the rest of America.
Yeah, he
It's a
comes
big
in
job.
before the local on the 8s. The president gets it at the 7s of the hour. Like, sir, it's looking partly cloudy out there. You can probably see yourself if you just look out the window and thinking you might want to bring a raincoat today.
And again, the farting noises that you're hearing are not coming out of my body.
They're going into her body.
It's
Yes,
my
they are.
butt rubbing
Her
against
husband
the
is
chair.
farting into her vagina on the Zoom right now, and we're all watching it, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, he is
It's
the
the
chair,
grossest
so.
thing I've ever seen.
Literally what Jeffrey Toobin got fired for, and
smell
we're
it.
subjected to it. Right. Listen, you're making it real hard for me right now.
I wish
Okay.
I knew more about Jared Kushner.
Wow. Okay. Do you want me to do a little segment about him?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go.
Nice.
JK. No, I'm not just kidding. I'm telling you the initials of today's jolly good fellow, Jared Kushner. When it came time for me to prepare my segment celebrating JGFJK, I was filled with dread. No, not because of any ill will towards America's favorite son-in-law, but because of my own recent record of incompetence. Listeners will know that it's no secret that lately I've been 100% half-assing it. For one recent birthday bio, I just noodled around on blues guitar licks. For another, I had an AI write my segment. And
Actually,
when
these things actually seem like more work than just...
in a weird way they are, but and when we all met up in person last episode, I didn't even write a damn thing. It's more work for a lesser result, yes.
Yeah.
But when a man as monumental as Jared Kushner is celebrating his birthday today, it's time to stop fucking around, okay? It's 2023. God put me on this earth to co-host this podcast, and so I got to put the pedal to the metal. I pulled out all the stops, and here comes a celebrity birthday celebration, the likes of which you've never seen before. Okay. Come on downstairs, Jared. Come on.
Oh,
Careful
no.
now. Yep, one stair at a time. Careful. Okay. Yep. There you go. Here, take a seat. Here, I can scooch over. We can both sit on this chair. It's okay. Okay, so here he is. The birthday boy himself, Jared Kushner.
Hi, Jared. How are you?
I'm good. I've been having a fun birthday, but I'll admit, I am a little nervous about being on your podcast.
You are.
Well, that's okay, Jared. Just relax. We're here to honor you and your birthday, and gosh, it's just seeing you in person. It's amazing. You've got the most beautiful, soft skin I've ever seen. You're like a porcelain doll.
Thanks. I wash my face in warm milk every morning.
It shows. Now, listen, the big thing we want to get to today is your book, Breaking History, a White House Memoir. Came out last summer. But first, maybe let's kind of get to know you a little bit better, get some backstory. before you assumed so many duties in the Trump White House, you had been in real estate. Is that right?
Yeah, I was. I sold people big buildings for lots and lots of money. I was doing it in New York City. That's the biggest city in the whole world.
I know, of course it is. And in 2009, you married Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka. Now, do you remember the first time the two of you met?
No. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad.
I'm not mad. You know, I'm kind of putting you on the spot, but just...
She's the prettiest girl in the world, though. I love when she kisses my cheeks and holds my hand at night. And her whole family is super cool.
You'll hear no argument from me there. So, when Donald Trump won the 2016 presidential election, he appointed you as his senior advisor. That must have been quite an exciting time for you.
Yeah, it was. I was super excited. I couldn't believe my dad got to be president and that he wanted me to be one of his helpers.
Well, when you say your dad, you mean your father-in-law. I think not a lot of men refer to their wife's father as their dad.
But he's my dad.
Fair enough. Now, your dad, he gave you a lot of responsibilities in his administration. You were in charge of managing the opioid crisis, government reform, you were the liaison to China. The list goes on. What sticks out in your mind as far as your accomplishments during your time in the White House?
Well, remember the Middle East?
Yeah, I do. What about the Middle East?
I brought peace to it.
That's great. Well, it wasn't always easy working in the White House, as you've written about in your book, Breaking History, a White House memoir. Now, there's a lot of information to this book. I can't get through all of it, but I did find a website that gave some quick bullet points about some of the revelations in your book. One in particular stood out to me. According to you, in a heated moment, Trump advisor Steve Bannon once threatened to break you in half. How did you react to that tense situation?
I looked him right in his red eyes and said, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me."
Sure, timeless wisdom. And how did Bannon react to that?
He began pummeling me with sticks and stones.
Wow. Okay, that must have been quite a traumatic scene. He had sticks and stones on him at the time?
Yeah, there were sticks and stones around 'cause I was out playing in the yard when it happened. Steve's real mean. Don't listen to his podcast.
I won't. I only listen to this podcast. Now, another thing that... Oh, wait, do you need a moment, Jared? I see you've got some sort of wash basin that you're setting down in front of you. And
Well, remember how I said that I wash my face with warm milk every morning?
yeah, how could I forget?
I do it in the afternoon too. And now it's time for my milk bath.
Okay, well, don't let me stop you. Yeah, it's your birthday after all, Jared. Just do what you want, but, try not to spill any of that on the microphone.
I have plenty of milk. Would you like to wash your face too?
No, thanks, Jared. I'd better not. I'm lactose intolerant, actually.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad. I'm not going to be mad at you. You couldn't have known that. It's okay. So, I could talk about this book of yours for hours, but you know what? Today is your special day. Let's keep things upbeat. How are you and your lovely wife, Ivanka, going to be celebrating your birthday this evening?
Oh well, I think we'll just do the same stuff we've been doing since they stopped letting my dad be president. Like, we'll go to fancy hotels and eat caviar at restaurants and stuff. We're not weird, you know.
What was that last thing you said? You're not weird?
We're not, like, weirdos. Me and Ivanka. We're normal, cool rich people and we should be allowed to hang out with other cool rich people without them thinking we're weird or something.
Okay, so in some certain social circles you feel alienated because of your politics?
Yeah, and it's not fair. I don't want to feel like an alien because of that stuff. I don't even like politics. I just want to go to fun parties, travel the world, and hang out with my dad.
You know, Jared, I think deep down that's what we all want, and I'm going to let you get back to it. Thanks for stopping by the podcast. Happy birthday, and do you have any other final thoughts that you'd like to share with our listeners?
No.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
just go wait upstairs. I'm going to get you an Uber back to your hotel. It's my treat. Don't worry about it. But Jared, since I'm ordering it, when the driver comes, he's going to say, "Is this for Daniel, not Jared?" Okay?
That's not my name.
I know, but Hold on. I'll come outside there with you guys. Take your milk basin with
birthday.
you. Yeah, I'll be out in the yard for a minute, but I'll be back.
Okay.
I just got to get him upstairs.
I guess while Dan has Jared Kushner in the front yard, we'll go to a short break.
When it comes to the ride-share experience, nobody does it better than Uber. But wouldn't you like to feel certain that stranger behind the wheel has some real-life experience under their belt? Well, now you can feel that good feeling when you download the new app, Uber Elders. Uber Elders pairs riders with drivers exclusively 85 years of age or older. Drivers who remember the way things used to be, who can share pearls of world-weary wisdom of loves lost and wars won. Drivers who need you to sit up in the front with them to keep them alert and read signs that they can't see too good. And who knows, maybe your driver will get sleepy enough that you get to take over behind the wheel of their Buick Park Avenue while they relax in the back seat, regaling you with tales of what it was like growing up in the segregated South. Uber Elders rides last more than twice as long as a typical Uber and on average cost only 50 to 75 cents, so you get more bang for your buck. And speaking of bucks, please remember to bring cash, as Uber Elders drivers will only accept bills and coin. These drivers ain't getting any younger, so act fast and download Uber Elders today. The next ride you take may be a trip down memory lane.
Dan, welcome back.
Thank you. He's good out there. He's a little cold.
Did he get in his Uber?
He did with,
Okay.
He was a little confused, but he's got in the front seat and was
Good.
He's good.
I want to tell you something. I don't want to completely drop the subject of Jared Kushner, but
No,
I do
why
want
would
to
you?
move on to a separate person altogether, and that would be someone whose birthday is actually today. Jared Kushner's birthday.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay.
What do you think? I'm lying?
Yeah, I do. I think you're making this all
Well, I'm
up.
not, and I don't
think you're lying.
appreciate.
I think
you
you're
talking like
gaslighting,
that
and I think
about
you're
me.
toxic. And I'm done with I'm done with toxic people.
Wow.
No,
this new you, loving the boundaries. This is great.
I'm all about the boundaries this year. I'm all about the boundaries. I'm all about our border as well. Jackie, I'm going to take a wild swing for the fences. I'm going to swing my metaphorical bat so strong and loosely that
you're going to guess. I thought you were saying, like, you have to go play baseball. And I was like, we're literally in the middle of recording a podcast.
I got hired to be on the Portland ball bat bashers.
Ball bat bashers, eh?
I'm going to guess that there's some sort of ironic synergy that we didn't even see coming between Jared Kushner and whoever your fellow is, and I'm going to guess that it's the birthday of the great Charlie Kirk.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know who that is, so it cannot be his birthday today. This is actually a woman.
Oh.
And this is a woman who's not even from here.
Okay,
right?
so it's one of those woke birthdays.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I don't think you've ever heard of her.
Okay. Is your accent a bit of a hint then?
Right.
Is it she's still with us? I'm not going to do
Unfortunately, she passed on 30 December 2014.
Oh, okay. Well, I could have heard of her then. I was around in 2014, remember?
Yeah.
I was around in 2014.
You were around. She just isn't really famous. I don't think she's very famous. You might have heard of her.
She's related to someone famous like Jared Kushner?
She's an established physician
Oh.
from across the pond.
Okay.
She's a mental health nurse is what she is.
A mental elf nurse?
She is a mental health nurse. She
Okay.
created a therapy tool called the Brain Box. I tried to look that up, could not find a lot of information.
Isn't that what
about
they
it.
hooked those Elon Musk monkeys up to as a brain box?
I think so.
Okay.
And that might be why she died.
What kind of sandwich is that, Paul? What the hell are you
Sounds
eating?
like what I make my wife put on her
Okay.
head to
Right.
go down on me.
Yeah.
And she was famous for being mentioned in a British pop song called Disco
Gargantuan.
2000. Are you familiar with the band Pulp?
Oh, you know what? As cool of a music guy as I am, I gotta say, I'm not that familiar with Pulp. That
They were formed in 1978 in Sheffield by Jarvis
1978.
Cocker.
I know Cocker.
You're
Jarvis
giving us sort of a
Cocker-
pulp nonfiction right now.
Yeah, Jarvis Cocker was friends with today's Jolly Good Fellow, and he included her. They were childhood friends, so he included her in the song.
Okay.
And the lyrics, they say, "Your name is blank, blank. It never suited ya," which is ironic
Okay.
because her name is an aptronym.
Oh, we're going down that old chestnut.
We're doing the chestnut
Listener.
for the first time in 2023.
Listeners, just because I'm not an expert on the 90s Britpop scene, please know it doesn't mean I didn't read Spin Magazine in 2002. I did.
Yeah.
But I'm more of a Beatles guy. Jackie,
So
what's
like
her
I
name?
said, she's a mental health nurse.
Okay.
And her name is an aptronym. And for people who are listening to this for the first time, explain what an aptronym is.
People
please.
listening the first time, thank you for listening. We love you.
We
Number
love
2,
you.
an aptronym is a term that Jackie, you didn't invent it, but you discovered it as far as I know.
I discovered
That
it.
refers to somebody whose name is sort of comedically relevant to their profession.
Apt, I would say.
Yes, an aptly, like a race car driver named Fast, John Fast.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Who do you think we're talking about today?
Is her last name Nuts? He's a mental elf.
No.
Okay.
Focus more on the doctor aspect
Okay.
for this aptronym.
Nurse. Does
Yeah,
she
yeah,
have a-
nurse. Sorry, nurse.
Yeah, is it her last name that is the aptro part?
It is. Yes, her
First
first name is
name
just
is
a
like-
regular lady's name.
Is it like a regular British lady's name?
Um,
How British is it? On the scale of 1 to 1776, how British is it?
I would say, how do I say this without giving it away?
Listeners, how
Someone-
British is too British?
Someone in your family has a very close name to this woman's name.
That guy that liked my shoes at the wedding?
Blob.
You have a family member named Blob?
No, my uncle Bob. He said it's similar.
Oh,
When I
Blob.
think about members of my family that you know, Melvina? Meliva?
I have
Not that
I
one?
never got to meet this person.
Deborah? Something like that?
That's it.
Deborah?
Just the regular one.
Oh, okay. Deborah?
Yes.
Okay, well, what the hell? That's just the name. Spelled different or something?
I didn't know your mom's name was Deborah. I just assumed she was born a
Oh, sure. No, she had a full name. It's a full name. Parents weren't that poor. Can only afford the 3 letters. So, last name Deborah Nightingale.
No. Think of the person's profession.
I know, but
and
there was a
what-
famous nurse with that last name a long time ago.
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
Heels.
That's good, but it's not it.
Of nurses. Is her last name Nurses?
No, that would make much more sense than what it actually is. This is more of a stretch. This is more of a.
Great. Okay.
This is more of a think outside of the box kind of. But
Think
more
outside of the brain box.
inside of the box. Actually, think deep within. This is something every
yummy.
person has.
Uvula.
It's a little harder than that.
Penis.
Uvula is a bit soft.
Body part?
It is a body part.
Is it mouth in the mouth?
It's
Skull?
not Deborah's mouth. It is not Deborah's skull. Very, very close. So close.
Skull is really close.
Yeah.
Oh my god, listeners right now are flibbling out. Skull? What else is skull?
Yeah, what is
Bone.
skull? Bone.
Deborah Bone.
Louise Bone.
Wow, and my middle name is
Your middle
Louis.
name is Louis.
So I
know
could be
that.
Daniel Bone. Wow. Had my mother been born in England and friends with
Happy
Jarvis Cocker,
birthday,
I very well
Miss
could have been
Bone.
Daniel Lewis Bone.
You could have, but you were not. But she was. She was born on the 10th of January, 1963. As you probably guessed right. As you've probably guessed right now, we're starting off 2023 with a fresh round of aptronyms. As you said, Daniel, aptronyms are last names that are apt according to one's profession. Is the example here we have is nurse name of Bone. Her best friend, rock star Jarvis Cocker, a man obviously is taking people down. He's a rock star. Dan, what are some of your...
And also, that's kind of like Ray Jarvis.
Yeah, what are some of your favorite celebrity aptronyms?
Oh, Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
Eric Clapton, because people are clapping for him when he's on stage.
Right. Yes.
Biggie Smalls, because of how big and small he was.
Huge.
And,
yeah.
Not Steve Martin, but Ken Bone.
Yeah, and so here at the Happy Birthday...
Remember him?
That's right. And here at the Happy Birthday Podcast, we like to go deep digging when it comes to our research on Jolly Good Fellows. So I did some looking around and found 10 more celebrity aptronyms in honor of JGF, nurse Deborah Bone. So here we go. Ready? Number 1. Celebrity emo musician and entrepreneur who runs a mitten factory for skiing mittens. Can you
I have
guess?
to guess who it is? Oh, gosh. One more time?
A celebrity emo musician and entrepreneur who runs a mitten factory for skiing mittens.
It's Gerard Way.
Mitski, that's correct.
Oh.
I'll just give you the rest of them. You don't have to guess.
I want to guess the next one.
British military police officer Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. He's the prince. So,
Yeah.
number 3, Dutch architect Rem Koolhaas.
Rem Koolhaas?
Yes,
I like that.
that's a real guy.
What was his house like?
Very cool.
Pretty neat.
Number 4, South African internet personality Elon Musk, who stinks so bad.
Got him.
Number 5, owner of North America's largest...
Yeah, it's fine.
Largix.
That's one of Elon
Largest-
Musk's companies, Largex.
Let me start over. Owner of North America's largest septic pumping service, John Shoveler. Number 6, we had Keith Morrison of Dateline NBC, who has 12 sons. Number 7, Charles Manson, the son of a man named Colonel Walker Henderson Scott Sr. And that one's kind of a double because he's both a man's son and a man's son. Number 8, we have John Legend, celebrity musician. He's using his amassed fortune to make color-coded map legends more accessible to the colorblind and visually impaired. Wow. This overhaul is in partnership with Rand McNally and Big Atlas. Every printed and digital map is expected to feature the new John Legend sometime in 2025. Kind of cool.
That's cool.
Number 9, we have Harry Styles, who of course wears stylish women's clothing. And number 10 on the list of 2023's best celebrity aptronyms, we have Dora the Explorer, who not only does rhyming en español, but ella también explora. So happy birthday to Deborah Louise Bone.
And happy birthday to my new name, Dan Lewis Bone. I'm going to be going down to the DMV, changing that as soon as I can. And if I can get political on the other side of the coin, we were talking Jared Kushner earlier, I'm going to say, not an acronym, even though he got a pretty cush job, but I'm going to say the guy we got in there right now, Joe Biden. Is this Biden his time? So I agree with that.
I was going to do that, and
And-
then I decided not
well,
to.
you and I are-
What do you...
Yeah.
What do you think is the... You were talking about some synchronicity between your JGF
Yeah.
and mine. What do you think that
Oh.
could be?
Bone.
Do you think he's got an extra?
Kushner? Like sword? I don't know. I didn't get to... I don't know
Where's
if
he
he has any
hiding
bones
it,
at all.
do you think?
I think it's... well, because...
No
No, actually,
bones?
I think that it's because your person, your Debbie Bone, is famous for being friends with a more famous person, as is also Jared Kushner.
Okay.
This is the year of the Nepo babies, people.
Yes.
So, while we think about some of the comments Jackie made, some of the comments I made, some of the comments
Hey.
that Josh is about to make,
Wake me up when it's the... wait, what did you say?
I don't
You
know.
said the Nepo year?
Yeah.
Nepo
Wake me up
baby.
when it's the Zeppo.
Zeppo was a kind of a Nepo brother.
Not the Zeppo babies. Oh, terrifying.
Listen, if you got mumps, bumps, or lumps that you haven't had looked at, you gotta go in and just get them checked up. They're not just gonna go away. 4th Street Health Clinic is gonna be open Sunday through Friday, 4 to 6. No, it's not free. You still gotta pay. Bring your insurance card or bring cash, and we'll try and see if we can get you in. 4th Street Clinic is located on 4th Street downtown, and it's open 4 to 6, Sunday through Friday.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
dude.
Hey, happy birthday.
Hey, thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
My
Thank
goodness.
Thank you. It was really good. I had a big cake, and a lot of my friends came over and brought me bags of gifts.
Really?
That's amazing. Yeah, mine was great. I had a big pin the tail on the donkey, and I had a piñata, too. And I remember saying, now, why are there 2 birthday traditions focused on donkeys? And all my guests went,
I don't know.
like that. Yeah. They're like, I don't
No
know,
one
bro.
really knows that,
Chill
yeah.
out. And I was
Oh,
like,
wait, we
tell
all
me
really-
why.
We all actually have had a birthday since the last time we talked to
It's
Jebidiah.
true. I had one too. I went bowling. It was tits.
Okay. I will say I went bowling recently, but not on my birthday.
Yeah. Was it tits?
It was like in the middle of the, like I started out weak, got good in the middle, and then I ended weak, you know?
You got
Yes,
too
yeah.
confident.
Yeah.
No, I got it in my head. I was like, what can I do to, and I was like looking over at some of the 12-year-olds that were playing, and I was like, I'm going to copy theirs.
You're too close to the sun, man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
apparently a lot of guys in like professional leagues are bowling two-handed now.
Yeah, they do. Where they
Ooh,
put
interesting.
it like underneath their legs and they go like that.
Yeah. Diaper
Really?
shot.
That's what I've heard.
Love that.
I thought you were saying maybe like 2 fingers from one hand and 1 finger from the other.
It's weird because I remember in like elementary school that like you couldn't even shoot basketball like that. You couldn't do a diaper shot or everyone made fun of you.
Yes.
But these guys, these are professional bowlers.
You call it a diaper shot for real?
Mm-hmm.
Not a granny shot?
Granny shot, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I also do the diaper shot when I do the piñata. I hunch down, I get the stick,
Jab it from underneath.
I jump up in the air.
That's
quite
a
a
cool
sight.
technique.
But let's get serious about birthdays.
Okay.
And let's get serious about comedy for once. Okay.
For once. All right. Producer Paul, what do you got for us?
Welcome back to the Happy Birthday Podcast. My name is Producer Paul. I'm here with my good friend Jebidiah.
Hey,
How are you doing, buddy?
it's really great day so far. We're yeah,
What'd you get into?
no good. I'll tell you, I've been up to. So, my neighbor's trailer blew up, and
Oh,
this huge explosion,
no.
and I'm just feeling lucky to be alive right now. And I've just been
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
living it up. I've been hanging out.
Jebidiah, is that a Stratocaster behind you?
I saw that too.
Oh my God.
Let's get
Go.
that Strat out.
We're stratting off, boys.
Play me a little Sweet Child.
All right.
Where do we go now?
Yeah, they know.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
That was good.
Hey, you know what, Jebidiah? You win the $100 just for having a Strat and for knowing that little riff there, that little lead.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
A lot of people think you're gonna do the boo doo 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 doo, and you're like, I'm into more of the underground Sweet Child of Mine licks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Classic misdirect.
Yeah, like Use Your Illusion 2 were really formative albums for me.
Well, something I would like you to use your illusion on is guessing birthdays for more money for $1,000.
Oh my!
If you get them all.
Let's
If you
make
get
it
all the
clear
questions
the
right,
money's
I'm
not.
gonna send you $1,000, and you
He's
can
lying.
cash that at the bank. Any bank will take it, except for the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union.
Yeah.
Will not take it.
That's my bank.
But let's get you guessing, young man.
We should see if we can strike up a deal with them. Like if we do ads for the credit union, they'll give out $1,000 to our contestants.
I feel like your target demographic doesn't really have money. I don't know if that would be the best.
I would agree. Yeah,
That's
I feel
true.
like that's true.
No, we don't have
No.
money,
Yeah.
so it makes
$0.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a show for poor people.
By poor people. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're doing all right, turn it off.
Yeah. If you have more than $100 in your checking account, stop listening to the show right
Yeah,
now.
It's not for you.
The first death we're going to be talking about, Jebidiah, is a woman who was stoned to death.
Oh, that witch.
Jackie Lambert.
Ew.
Oh, like
Sorry.
This lady was born a daughter. She was a journalist and founder of the Sogat.
She was born a daughter.
And well, it says daughter of, but I don't want to say the name and give it away. It's Muhammad, which isn't a very common name.
No.
So
Sure.
she was admitted to Sackawheat Memorial School at baby class.
baby class.
That's what it says here in the Wikipedia.
I graduated from baby class.
She was married to a guy named Roka Nuzaman, and together they had 2 daughters, and her granddaughter made a documentary film on her 91st birth anniversary titled that's her name. Okay, who am I talking about? Born 1925, died on this day in 2016. My mistake.
Right. Yeah. That whole scene's like kind of like a blur to me, but I think I have a few names to throw out there. Is it? So I think she got divorced to that bloke. So I think her maiden name I think is Chunder Bucket or Chunder Vault. Is it Rebecca?
Is that right?
No, it's Chunderbucket is a very cool name, and we will jot that down for later use, but it is not Mrs. Chunderbucket. It is Nurjahan Begum.
Begum.
Crap.
Should have known
It's
that.
all right,
but
man. There's
Should've
still
known.
$1,000
You
on
saying
the
she
table.
was 91 years old and people threw rocks at her till she died?
Yeah, that's nuts. In
Rude.
2016?
I remember being in baby class. You were talking about that, and the teacher caught me using the toilet, and they were like, "What are you doing? Get this diaper on." Anyway.
All right, so rest in peace to the adulterer. And this next guy, I'm going to tell you his name. Is not the name he's known as, but his name was Chester Arthur Burnett. And he died on this day in 1976. And he was famous for playing boogie woogie, rock, and psycho rock.
Yeah, Dan Fogarty.
Or psych rock.
Yeah, let me play a little. I know some of this. I know who this is. I don't know about this psycho rock. I think blues would be a more accurate.
Well, psychedelic rock, but people abbreviate that to psycho rock.
That's the stuff that Charles Manson was into.
Oh.
No. I'll play it if you can hear it. Hold on a second.
It's like the Home Depot theme.
Yeah. And this guy wouldn't so much as sing, but he would make animal noises.
Really?
Well, his name might lead you to believe.
Oh,
Well, I've never heard any of his music, but I assumed
good.
that was the case. So yeah, it's one of those old blues guys. He had a pair of glasses, and he was born in White Station, Mississippi, which must have been awkward because this is a black
Ironic
fellow
name.
we're talking about
Oh.
here.
Yeah.
People called him Bigfoot Chester, Bull Cow, and John D. Kind of like John D. Rockefeller.
ooh. Is it? You got any more info? Or should I just throw a guess out there?
Yeah,
Throw it
just
out
say
there.
what you think.
Chester Horse.
No, this is Howlin' Wolf. Howling Wolf.
Oh, Howling Wolf.
The Howling Wolf.
I love
I like
Howlin'
Chester
Wolf.
Horse.
He's great. Chester Horse is a different guy. But that does remind me, for all the political junkies out there, I did see that finally they were able to vote. They elected the guy who did the voice of Mr. Ed to be Speaker of the Horse.
That's really good.
So I'm gonna go.
Good.
I'm gonna get back to the celebrity guessing.
Yeah.
This guy,
Please.
he Well, I'll tell you the name he was known by. It's Khan Jamal. He was an American jazz vibraphone and marimba player. He died on this day. Last year on this day. I thought it was still 2022 for a minute. I was like,
I've been writing it on my checks all week.
So, yeah, this is Khan Jamal. What's his real name? Jebidiah, go.
It sucks that I don't know this.
Yeah.
Are you a big jazz head? Are you jazz freak?
I am. Shoot. Here, I'm gonna come up with a name.
Okay.
Helmsworth Finkelberg.
You're really close, actually. His
I
name
think
was
that's the guy that
Warren,
produced their album.
Warren Cheeseborough.
No.
Really close.
Cheeseborough.
Bro.
Yeah. That's not where he's from. That's the man's name.
Yeah, that's his
Okay.
name. Warren Cheeseborough.
Can I ask you a quick question? Because I'm more of a rock, blues rock kind of guy. Swag rock also.
Sure.
So I don't really know the whole jazz world, but you said this guy plays the marimba. Is that right?
Marimba and
Yeah.
vibraphone.
So if you're a
which
jazz-
is like a metronome.
Yeah. You keep the beat you set it. Let's play this at a cool 82 BPM.
And it's a vibraphone because it sends you a little electric shock
Feels good, yeah.
at every beat.
When I was gonna say what I want to know is if you're a jazz guy and you're kind of using slang and you play the marimba, do you say, "Yeah, man, I play the rim"? I pound the rim. Short for marimba.
Yeah.
No one says that.
It's all right. Well, I'll just fuck right off then.
Would you call yourself a jazz hound?
Yeah. Big. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hell yeah.
Now this I can get into. This last guy is just gonna be a gimme. Who sings? Who died on this day and sings fucking ground control to Major Tom?
Right. Yeah.
Suck a penis and make God's love you.
Yeah. Name starts with a D.
No. Yes. Yes, it does. Sorry.
It's the common spelling.
David
Do it in a funny accent.
Bowie.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
David Bowie,
David
correct.
Bowie,
You win the
legendary jazz
$1,000.
man. There we go.
He's a jazz
Man
waiting in
soaring
the
over
sky.
earth.
That's kind of jazzy.
Can I step in for a moment? Can I get on this hot mic here and just talk a little bit here?
Yeah, riff it up.
Okay, I'm going to riff because I don't have much prepared, but I just want to comment. Jebidiah, you've joined us before in the past. I want to say a couple times, maybe 3 times.
I think this is my third or fourth time.
Yeah, three and a half. We'll just compromise there. And I think last time you joined us, we were talking about you had a big birthday coming up. Was that right?
Yeah.
Or it was maybe not coming up, but it was in the future, which I guess that's
It was. Yeah, it was either coming up or it was in the future. Either
right.
And it came and it went, and
Yep.
different age at this point, and I'm really glad it all happened.
Sure, and it's kind of
Us
one of the big
too,
ones.
yeah.
It's not. We're not talking about like 28 or 37.
You're not lying about it being a big one. The guy grew a beard like overnight.
Yeah,
That's what happens.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess so.
adulthood. It's been more so happening lately more than it has in the past.
Yeah.
Really just got thrown out there into the work world with a job.
What are you doing?
No.
I'm just working.
Just a general job.
Yeah, I just have a job.
Just show up to businesses and ask if they need me one that day. I come with a broom and
Are you an employer?
I would say I have employed people to do little tasks for me and stuff.
No. I was saying like you would just walk into a place and ask that, but that's cool too.
Adult really sucks.
Yeah, fucking tell me about it, dude. I'm like 32 years old.
Ugh.
Like I had to fucking climb over the baby gate that I have to put in my room so my dog doesn't shit in my bathroom while I'm asleep.
That's
Well, that's not as much of a
shit, though.
I had to climb because
I
I couldn't
don't
take it.
I don't think that's like a thing like, once you're in your 30s, you're going to have this
You can't
ill-behaved
climb
dog that bites people on the ass and shits on the floor. just you wait.
You know, being a parent is not.
The inside of your
easy
car
as-
is going to be filthy.
Yeah.
It's gonna smell like dog pussy everywhere you go.
Oh, listen,
People will know you by the the fucking dog pussy smell seeping from your pores.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
It's awful. That's what I'm saying. Stay away from your 30s. You do not want to be 30. That's
Dude,
why a lot
Sorry.
of the bigger rock stars.
I wasn't really paying huge attention, but
That's
are you
okay.
saying that's going to happen to me?
Yes.
You got different animals in your home.
I don't have a dog. Will I
Whoa.
still suffer from the smell?
Right now, you don't have a dog.
Let me tell you something that I, as a mid-30s man, have been suffering from for about a week and a half here. It started shortly after we all met in person, coincidentally enough.
What's that?
I've had a hemorrhoid.
Whoa.
Listeners, please clap.
Congrats, dude.
Thank you.
Jebediah, we did not fuck. We did not fuck him.
Oh, it had nothing to do with that.
No, we didn't do
Does
that.
it hurt?
Right now, no, I can feel it. Asked me that same question last week. Yes, I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, it hurts bad.
Horrible.
You got fucking tux?
I got some H. I got the H.
Did you?
And you know
gotta
what?
get those tux wipes, man. Those
Well,
things are
I
like
have
night
the
and day.
bidet though, and it's
No, this is just for wiping.
I want to
off.
say this to any first-time preparation H users: A, just buy the generic Walgreens brand. That's what I did. B, if you've never applied it before, as I hadn't, all I can say is be generous with your dosage and get in there. Get in there. Don't be shy.
If you want to avoid getting a hemorrhoid, do not get a bidet because that's how Dan got his hemorrhoid.
No, I
Using
think
a
it's from eating
bidet.
that Hot and Ready's that Jackie brought to our recording session.
Well, it could have been the bidet because a lot of people have those so cranked up. It's like a fire hose.
But then why did I get it when I was away from my bidet for like a week and a half?
Yeah, agreed.
Because you've developed an addiction. Your ass lips.
You're detoxing.
Well, I'm just saying it kind of, when you have it cranked up that high, it kind of starts to create other holes, but it's not going to happen right away.
Okay. I mean, are you familiar with the bidet lifestyle, Jebidiah?
I don't no, I don't have a toilet right now, let alone some magic robot that shoots water at my ass. But what is it?
You don't have a toilet, you say?
It's not a big deal, guys. Why are we focusing in on that part? It's
just a lot of young men these days do have a toilet, even if they don't actually own the deed to the toilet. There's one around.
It's not like a necessity, really. You just go where you please. You know, we have the great outdoors at our disposal at all times. But what is with bidet talk? Every podcast ever, they're just talking about how they shit their ass.
Well, we're the only ones that do it, A. And B, this living without a toilet, I'm wondering, do you live near the laundromat or the library? You can just stop
Those are
in.
good public toilets. Library is my preferential for sure.
Absolutely.
The laundromat. I mean, King Coin. You're talking. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's more of a sex bathroom than it is a going poop.
Oh,
Not for me.
Not for. I mean, it's not a sex bathroom for me either. I'm saying, but like it's people use it like that.
I never even considered that.
No.
I've seen it. I've bared witness to
People
it.
walked out and gave you like a little friendly nod afterwards, like.
No, I think I probably saw it one time, and I'm remembering it was like in the winter time, and two people just came out and looked like kind of trying to just not make eye contact with anyone in there. It was like me and an old man.
Oh.
Cute.
Jebediah, when I was your age, I didn't have no toilet neither. I lived in a small dorm room with another young man who was about my age, and we had a desk, an armoire, and a futon and bunk beds.
Ah, good for you guys. It seems like you got good education.
I didn't. I dropped out.
You learned the word armoire.
Yes, it was a French technical school.
Jackie, what was your toilet when you were 18?
When I I was 18, I lived at my sister's house in her basement, and her toilet didn't flush very well. And it was in Harvey, so the water made the toilet brown all the time.
Well, it's kind of nice, though, so people can't tell what you've been doing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the last lady who owned my house put a fucking brown toilet seat in. And I swear to God, when I made eye contact with that thing for the first time, it was like fucking Bad to the Bone playing in my head. And I'm just looking at it, smiling like, hell yeah, you're my new cast iron pot. You're never getting cleaned ever.
Two things. I would like to make maybe just a short video recreating that with that soundtrack. But B, I don't know if you can make eye contact with a toilet seat. No.
The eye of the toilet? It's the eye of the toilet.
I look that toilet right in the eyes.
Well, I was thinking, had this segment, I was thinking about when I was, just me personally, things that maybe sort of hot takes, maybe I sort of don't like them so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Number one is I don't really like being bossed around by people. I don't like hot dogs, and I don't really like it when it's cold out and all the snow. Yeah. I'm more of like a summer guy.
Boy of summer.
I think politics are really stupid. I think that both sides are actually stupid.
Could be.
If you think of the White House, it's like, picture it burning.
Okay.
So
I'm seeing that.
That's what I had planned.
Okay.
For the segment, not for like the White House.
Oh, I see. No, I just meant for the rest of the year, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to go down these one by one. I'm going to play devil's advocate here for your hot takes. Number one, being bossed around is one of the greatest honors that a young man can have in his life. I've been bossed around. I've been disrespected. I continue to be. And just that little bit of heartbreak that you feel every day is what keeps you looking forward to death. Number two, hot dogs are pretty gross, but hey, let's live a little, hey?
Disagree.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Number three, it's cold weather is pretty pleasant when you live far away from it. Number four, there's great things going on in the White House. Grown-ups are in charge again, okay?
And he's not talking about the opposite of little people. He's talking about adults.
And then Yes. And then I don't remember what the other hot take was, but just for my own thing, I'll say I haven't seen the new Avatar movie, but it's probably not that good.
It's so good.
No.
Yes, it is. I saw it and I really liked it.
No.
It's a 3 hour and 20-minute movie, which is very long.
No.
But it was great. Honestly, it's a good story and like it looks amazing.
Good
like,
story.
Yeah.
Huh? It is.
That first one had no story.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did.
They're just like running around like, oh, I'm blue. Look.
Yeah. I'm blue now, a diva.
Yo, no, I had something planned for the show. Guys,
okay.
Imagine, right? It's Garfield, but as a girl now, and it's got like big breasts and like a bikini on. Yeah, so
kind of adding to that, what if it's Garfield, but it's Garthfield, and it's Garth from Wayne's World, but he's dressed as a big orange cat?
I think I can see how that would be funny.
I think Girl Garfield is better though, and it could be Garfiel. And you could just same name.
Garfield, but it's a girl now.
Okay, Garfield, but a girl now. Gotcha.
Garfield with a punani.
Yeah, big breasts.
Wouldn't she have like 6 breasts?
Yeah.
Or 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, cats have about 100 titties.
Yeah.
Jebidiah checks in the mail.
All right, cool.
$1,000,000
Thanks,
bucks.
guys.
Jebidiah, is there anything in the last minute you want to tell the listeners about that they should really know about you and they should check out?
All the music I did is on Instagram. You have to kind of look on it, but it's all there. I'm going to keep making more. It's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
So sweet.
All right.
I love the podcast. I tune in every week. It's a great.
Aw.
Thanks.
Could go down in history as one of the worst episodes, and I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. I'm having a great time.
There's no way.
I'll see you later.
See ya.
All right, bye.
Everybody.
Everybody get up and suck
It's
my
time to
dick
ram
now.
now.
Jared Kushner's gone to
Welcome
bed.
to
Deborah
the
Bone is
ram.
burning in hell. And it's time for us to say goodbye as well.
It's
Jackie?
time for us to actually say hello to the paid listeners. And if that's not you, please leave. But if you would like to hear more for free, you can find us online at the following hashtags. Hashtag born a daughter. Hashtag baby class. Hashtag chunder bucket. Hashtag stoned to death. Dan?
Hashtag mentally retired.
I was going to say hashtag.
Hashtag. Hashtag Chester Horse. Hashtag Howling
Cheeseboro.
Wolf. And hashtag Swag Rock. And you can find us on Instagram at HBDPOD. You can find us on Twitter at HBDPOD. You can find us on Patreon at Happy Birthday Podcast. You can find us on, what's that new one? Megamind?
Yep. Mega Man 2.
Monster.com.
Psycho Rock.
Psycho.
You can find us at bornthisway.com.
Later, psychos.
Bye.
Happy birthday.